Hello and very warm welcome everyone. It's Marta here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the same design papers from my celebration time collection. And firstly, I want to share the quick tip with you. If you would like to change the vibe of the design paper you're using, you can actually pair it up with different color cardstock. If you would like your card to appear more cheerful, you can go with more bright like yellow, pink, blue color cardstock, and if you would like to create more vintagey style, you can switch the white paper to the craft cardstock or black one as well. That will be working well too. Now I have my brown color card and the sage color one. It's actually the card which I will share with you in the next video, but today we're gonna be working with this craft color cardstock. It's like kind of something in between. It's not the craft color, it's more like a brown green color tone, I would say. Now here I am scoring it 1.5 inch from the right side and then 3.5 inch from the left side. I've made a little mistake. I press my bone folder too harsh and I have this white core cardstock peeking through, but the paper wasn't here. So to mask it up, I just use a drop of the ink with the matching color, and that was just fine and no one see it, and it's just perfect fix. And my card today is kind of like a gatefold, but they are slightly overlapping the folds because I want to use the magnetic closure. By the way, my friends, when I am recording and you can hear some rumbling noises, I am so sorry, but this is my husband outside the house. He's doing some construction work and he is working on some thermal isolation of our house before the winter. So I'm super grateful that he's doing it himself and save us a lot of money, but on the other side, unfortunately, we have to deal with a little bit of the noises here while I'm recording, so I hope you don't mind it. Now I'm chopping the paper, and this is another thing I want to tell you. Sometimes you can kind of chop the paper a little bit from the top, a little bit from the bottom, just to have this perfect imagery you would like to. Don't be scared. You're not always have to chop and use the part which is on the edge. You can kind of chop it from the middle if you feel like this is going to be the best position of the design paper, because there's nice like a flower or a butterfly or another element you would like to use. Just go for it, and don't worry, don't feel like oh, this is gonna be a lot of paper waste, a lot of different like extra, cut out bits. Don't worry, I will use them up in the next card, and I will show you what you can do with this leftover pieces to save them up from being waste. Now, as I've mentioned, I'm going to be working on my card with the magnetic closure. And here I have a couple magnets. You will need 4. And these are 8 millimeters in size, but 1 millimeter in thickness. And my tip here is that if you would like to buy some magnets for your card and you would like them to be slightly more powerful, make sure you buy the larger size, but keep them thin as possible. If you can buy them in 1 millimeter thickness, these are hardly visible from underneath the paper, and I find them working the best for the cards. Here I adhere the magnets with the help of the red tape, and now, because I've mentioned I want my card to look kind of like a vintagey vibe, I am adding a dash of the brown ink. This is actually the brushed corduroy, which I think is just giving this nice sepia look. And once I'm happy with the edges, I'm adding the glue to the back side, and also I am adding a drop of the glue on each of the magnets. This will help my paper to kind of slide or on top of the magnets, and it will adhere nicely. And then once I'm happy, once the paper is in the exact position, I am pressing firmly with my finger, and also I'm going over with my bone folder. This is very important. You just want this paper to adhere nicely around your magnets. Don't press too harsh on top of the magnets because you're gonna emphasize the magnet, like it's there, it will start becoming visible, but make sure you press all around the paper, around the magnet, so it will hold nicely. Here on the top part, again, I did the same look with the brown color ink, and oh, I just love it. I think this paper is just matching up with the craft color cardstock very nicely. Now I'm gonna be placing the other pair of the magnets on the inside part of my card, but I want to cut all the layers before I will go there. So here again I am just chopping, and I'm not really going by any measurements. I am just using my pencil, marking 2 dots where would I like to cut my paper, and this has been always the great tool for me. It's kind of eliminating all the mistakes, because when I was working with measurements I was constantly under that pressure that I have to remember, was it 3/4 of an inch or 5/8 of an inch. You know, here it's just eyeballing, like I make a mark and I just cut it. And now we're gonna be adding second layer of the magnets. What I like to do, I just drop them and the magnet will adhere itself where it should be. This is the best tip. You don't have to create pencil mark, you don't have to measure that they equal distance, just let them drop freely. Once they adhere like magnetically to the magnets, which is from the other side of the paper, then you add the red tape on top of this little magnets and you press firmly your card. The red tape will adhere then to the card, and as you can see here I have them perfectly positioned. So this is the quickest way, rather than trying to make pencil marks and trying to make sure that they're in similar spots so they will adhere. And again, once I'm finished, I am placing the piece of the design paper on top of that, and then especially towards the edge where my magnets are, I am making sure I am just pressing that paper firmly so everything is nicely adhere. And you can see here the card is very nicely cover. I will add the piece to the other side, and then later on, I actually forgot now, but later on I will also add additional piece of the design paper in the central part as well, so that way my card will be professionally finished. Now here is this Arteza bone folder, and I really like that one because it has this rounded shape, and this one is just perfect. When I'm adhering the paper, I like to press with the bone folder because the glue is smearing underneath and it prevents the paper warping. Now I found this very old die. I can't remember the company, but it was this like a kind of a, what they were called. Oh, I'm just, I will double check, but it was this kind of a, like a big long cards with the aperture. It was just twisting. I cannot remember right now, so I am so sorry. I will check it and definitely let you know either in a comment below or in the description, but it's just, my mind is just empty, sorry. But anyway, regardless of the die set, you can use any frame, preferably something longer, like could be rectangular or like a long shape oval, but any shape will look good here. Even if you've got circle dice, or even if you don't have a dice, you can very easily cut some sort of a frame with your scissors or trimmer, for example. Here I add a couple layers for extra strength, and I've used this wooden pattern piece from the design paper, and the one I was cutting it from is actually a freebie which is included on our Facebook group, which is called Drop of Inspiration. And if you create something based upon my tutorial or you've been using my design paper, please just share there. I would love to see your creativity. Now I want to create kind of like a tag element, and I have this Kokorosa die, which has this lovely tag, and I thought this will be nice additional piece to add behind my frame. And sometimes even if you have the die cut piece, which is like here, to be used as a tag, you can chop it, you can turn it into something else. This reminds me those like metal embellishments, and this is the effect I was going for. I wanted to have this like a what they call it, like a little handles or something, so that will look like it's my oval shape is at here on top of that. Now, one thing, I thought my frame need a little bit more extra thickness, so I cut additional layer. And to be fair, I have 1, 2, 3, I'm just looking on the card right now, I have 3 layers of the frame and decorative paper on the top, and then I almost adhere it to the this whole oval, but then I've decided I need some sort of a image as well. And I had this idea because this is the elements you can see here. I haven't posted them yet on the Buy Me a Coffee page. This was the elements which I've created when I had some live workshop in a local library. I was working with a group of the ladies, and it was beautiful, lovely workshop. I really enjoy it, and because we were creating something, I thought I will create a couple extra elements, and of course I was including some books and some ladies with reading, and I thought this one will be very beautifully matching up with the vibe. Let me know if you would like me to add this design as an ephemera on my Buy Me a Coffee page. If you would be interested, I can just add it there as well. Here I am cutting additional frame from decorative paper because I want the lady to sit nicely. And the reason why I didn't adhere it, firstly, because I want this book to kind of be coming out outside the frame. So for that, I want to adhere the elements, this reading lady, just on the bottom bit. I'm gonna be leaving her head and the book unglue, so that way I could kind of lift it up and take the book out from outside the frame, and I think it's just gonna create this very lovely effect. I am trimming the bottom just so it's not gonna be coming off from the scallop edge, and then I am adhering it to this cream color base, which is I think it's 300 GSM cardstock. It's very stiff, so I think it will be looking nicely. And again, second time I'm adding the glue to this frame, and once I will be adhering on top of it, you can see here I am just taking this book outside. I think it's just such a nice effect, and it was so easy to do, and you can do it with everything. Like if you've got some other images or even photo, you can kind of cut it out. That will be looking nice as well. To finish it off with this tag, I am adding them underneath, and I just use some liquid glue so I could position them perfectly, and I just gently lifting them up. And this is the advantage of working with liquid adhesive, is that you can kind of move the things around until the glue will almost dry. Now I've cut a couple of the leaves, and to give them a little bit more like a life, I've decided to use some green and brown. Of course, the autumn is coming, so it's always nice to add some extra brown touch to the leaves. And then I'm gonna be creating flowers. These will be super simple. I am just using my punch just to punch out a few bits, and I'm using some additional inks to add them a little extra pink and brown color touches. Not too much, it's just so they match up with the color of this flower I have here on my design paper. Very simple shaping, just press them from the back side each petal, and then I am moving up the front side up, and then I'm pressing firmly to give them dimension. For my focal point, I am very gently lifting it by a single layer of the foam tape, and then I will add the composition around my frame. Here you can see I am squishing every leaf in my fingers just to give them additional dimension, and the card is almost ready. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I hope this unlocked the whole new look of the collection, that there is so many other things you can do with it apart from having this baby cards or like you know, cheerful birthday. You can also use it up in different creation, having this more kind of like a vintagey old vibe as well. Let me know what you think about this approach, and of course thank you so very much everyone who's been with me, who's been watching my tutorial, who's been subscribing to my channel as well. There's lots of new friends. I would love to know you a little bit better, so please let me know something about you in your in the comment. If you can, let me know where are you watching from, what's your name, because sometimes I can only see the nick, so I would love to know what's your name, where are you from. Let me know if anyone who's been watching, if you also record some YouTube tutorials. I would love to see your creation, watch your videos as well. That will be lovely. Now I am adding some little sentiment on top of my card, which says be you bravely, and I think this is the very nice sentiment for each one of us, to remind ourselves that we should be ourselves, be happy, and you know, enjoy life and create, do what we love, and just have this nice life and be unique. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please don't forget to share this video with your friends. The last reminder is that the collection as well as the freebies are available on my Buy Me a Coffee page, and the one design paper I was sharing with you here as well is available for free to all the friends who has been joining our Drop of Inspiration group, for which the link is down below in the description area. Here is a quick extra tip. You can add the little pocket voucher to the side of this card and then wishes on the inside. So that will be the way I would finish this card. A close-up look, and I hope you like it. Stay blessed, my friends. I am sending you hugs, and I wish you all a fabulous day. Happy crafting, and bye bye.